Well, the time is just gone. 9:33 is we continue and we are keeping an eye out on Iran after the Israeli attack on Iran and the Iranian response. And to get the Iranian response directly out of Tehran this morning, we're going across to journalist Alireza Kamandi. Ali, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, we learned at dawn Israel attacking Iran, and we've seen the Iranian response. We've seen the statements come through as well out of Iran in terms of the response. Drones, obviously, going across into Iran, but we've also seen at the same time many countries opening up their airspace to Iran. We've learned about Jordan opening up its airspace. We've heard about the United States of America as well, the UK talking about out of Cyprus as well. And we've learned the latest now. We're following this news by the second, where Israel is now saying that it is intercepting drones above Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia has apparently opened up its airspace for the Israeli jets. What is the mood like in Iran, in Tehran, right now as a result of this attack and the Iranian response?
Okay, so and right now, there is somehow a combination of the somehow a kind of grief and proud among the Iranians, because Iranians, on the one hand, are really sad because they lost their commanders, and some of them, they lost the chief of army staff and the commander-in-chief of IRGC, Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. And also there are two Iranian physics scientists among the victims. And on the other hand, Iranians are really, optimistic about the retaliation. And following the Israeli attack, the leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, said Iran will retaliate in a rough way, and Israel will have to pay a heavy price for this miscalculated operation and act against Iran. So what we can see in some formal Iranian news channels, just we have to be prepared to get some news and somehow shock news and surprise news, but just for American and Israeli forces, that Iran, before this attack, had announced its readiness, and right now it has started its military operation. And so, as I said to you, I think in the next few hours we will hear some news regarding the Iranian military operation, and somehow maybe a kind of all-out war against the Israeli regime, and even some American military bases in the region, because as you know, United States helped the Israeli regime in the recent operation against Iran, and we cannot ignore the role of American bases in the region. So definitely America is accomplice in this crime, and it will receive Iranian painful blow.
Yes, Alireza, but for some reason or the other, we all knew that this attack on Iran would be imminent at some point in time. And just looking at Iran and its preparedness for this attack, because I'm sure Iran also knew that this attack would be coming.
All right, sure. And just one day, yesterday, while I was somehow reading some news, I realized that one of the top Iranian military officials, who did not wanted to be named, said if Israeli wants to attack Iran, the world will be surprised, and because of the Iranian retaliation. So what we know, Iran is going to somehow unveil some of its military equipment in this operation. And in the last two True Promise operations, Iran attacked the Israeli regime in True Promise 1 operation, just with some drones, and in Operation True Promise 2, Iran attacked the Israeli regime with some of them were supersonic missiles. But definitely this time the story is totally different, and Iran is going to, it is a kind of impulse war that the Israeli regime dictated Iran right now, because we did not, Iran, I mean, did not start this war, and the initiator of the war was Iran. So Iran will be the somehow will say how to finish and end this war. So what we know and what it is expected would be the painful blow and surprise response from Iranian side.
Yes, Ali Raza. In fact, I see you sound very, very optimistic in terms of how Iran will be responding. But also, let us remember, this is in the face of Israeli aggression against Iran, but also supported by the likes of United States of America. We know they've got their military bases in Qatar and some of the other Arab countries. They are getting support from some of the other Arab nations in terms of their airspace. The British are involved as well. And, this is the question that many have been asking is, will Iran be able to hold this and go it alone in the face of all this aggression and these overwhelming odds against Iran at this point in time?
If you look at the history, I mean, if you look at the 45 years ago, I mean, since the Iranian Revolution started, Iran has been really alone. And but this loneliness has not brought for Iran a negative point, but also it was a source of some opportunities for Iranians. And right now, Iran is really self-sufficient in terms of producing, very highly developed drones and missiles. So I do believe that this time is totally different from the previous time that the Israeli regime attacked Iran, because that time it just targeted some military zones. This time it crossed the Iranian red lines. It targeted, as I said at first, some residential areas and buildings. And unfortunately, among those victims, we can see tens of children and women, and who lost their lives while they were sleeping, because the attack happened at midnight around 3 p.m. Iranian local time. So this time, Iran cannot tolerate the situation, and its response would be really fast, quick, immediate, and really painful, as the Iranian top military official said.
Yes, Ali Raza, just looking at the Iranian response, how has Iran responded at this point in time? What do you know of this response right now?
What I know, it has not been confirmed yet. According to some informal news resources, Iran has launched hundreds of drones to the occupied territories and the Israeli regime. As the start of the time. I mean, the starting point of the Iranian military operation against Israel started about 2 hours ago by, launching hundreds of drones. So the drones will arrive after, I think, I don't know exactly, but after a few hours. And following that, we will have some other Iranian scenarios. I'm not a military expert, but sending drones and launching drones to the Israeli regime could be just as a kind of military tactic to get involved the Israeli Iron Dome, and following that, Iran will start its other scenarios, maybe other more developed drones or some supersonic missiles that have not been unveiled yet.
Yes, because some of the reports that we are actually getting at this point in time is with countries like Jordan and Saudi Arabia allowing Israel to use the airspace. This airspace is actually being used to intercept the drones coming in from Iran and going into Israel.
Maybe in, for example, a few months ago, when there was a conflict between Iran and Israel, some countries, states based in the Persian Gulf, let the Israeli regime use their sky to intercept the missiles or projectile. But I think about less than 1 month ago, and the majority, and maybe I can say over 95% of the Persian Gulf states said we will never use Israel or United States use our oil as use our soil to attack Iran. So what you said, for example, about Saudi Arabia or Jordan, have not been confirmed yet, at least by Iranian news sources. So I cannot somehow remark on it.
Okay, no, that's fine. And just finally, what is the mood on the ground right now in Tehran and in other parts of Iran?
Uh, to be honest, right now we know the somehow at least the first round of the Israeli attack has finished. It's completely clear, and everywhere is right now, calm, and there is no somehow need people to be worried about it, and just people are really upset and sad about those people. I mean, those Iranian people who lost their lives, who were scientists and innocent children, women, and their great and legendary commanders.
Yes, we're going to leave it at that, Ali. In fact, we thank you. We do appreciate you taking time out, and I'm sure we will be following developments, and you will be keeping us updated on any new developments that take place. But for now, we thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alireza Kamandi joining us, journalist out of Tehran this morning, and we will be keeping an eye out. And we're also learning by the minute, by the second, updates that are coming through. We've heard about panic buying that is taking place in Israel right now in response to Iran and the drones that have come through. So we will be watching all of this with interest throughout the entire day and keep you updated. The time is just gone, 8:47. We come back and we'll be talking about Gaza as well, a silent walk for the children of Gaza, and that is out of Cape Town this morning. We'll be joined by Aisha Beggars.